What is this I'm feeling? You wanna leave?
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
So the rookie starting five. Ja Morant, he's out there with Trae Young. Then it's Zion Williamson. Then there's Jaren Jackson. And it's Alexander Walker in at the three. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Williamson. You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And Morant gets it to go.
And we haven't seen very much of him in the regular season yet. But there's no question he's got a very bright future ahead of him.
I agree with all of that. Even with limited playing time, his talent has been evident. And that talent is strong enough to have earned him a spot in this game. And that says a lot considering he doesn't play a bunch for his team.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
Here are the sophomores with the ball. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with the head coach for the sophomores. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant, but we have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and pound him on every possession. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. I know you love it, Greg, and it gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Here are the sophomores with the ball. It's a three-point game. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Young with no one around. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party and celebrate in its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And the three ball is good. Young's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the sophomores call their first time out of the game. And the rookie's making a change here. Washington's checked in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
Okogie's checked in for the sophomore.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but that's about the norm.
Yep. This game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And a guy who can drive and finish with either hand, Jackson's tough to stop once he gets going downhill.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Barrett. Here's Okogie to the inside. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
Yeah, I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Here are the rookies. They lead by 7. Morant with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And it's Doncic missing.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Puts up a 3, and it's Morant. That time on the assist by Jackson. Morant's got 11 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
To the middle. And the dunk by Doncic.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
Doncic has gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's what the sophomores have going. Tyson's checked in. And Mikhailuk's subbed in for Luka Doncic. Then for the rookies, Khalil Ware's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's Trey Mann in for Zion Williamson. Here are the rookies. 11-point game. And here's Young from the arc. They get it back. A second chance effort. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Ahead, here's Tyson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Rookies with the ball. Here's Mann. A three-pointer is right on target.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Washington finds Ware. Young from outside. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Pass to Tyson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Tyson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Over in the corner, Washington. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. The rookies on top, up by 15. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back to this showcase of the amazing young talent in the NBA, the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it's not hard to tell just how much fun these young guys are having out there tonight.
That's exactly right. And the same goes for the fans. I mean, they're having a blast, too. What a terrific event this has been.
Setting the floor for the rookies. We got Khalil Ware. Ja Morant, he's out there with Sexton. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Pickett in at the 3. Here are the rookies.
We're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Pickett, that's good.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been free? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
That one goes. Count it.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And so it's the sophomores with it. Following Ja Morant's 3. Mikhailuk, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And now the first timeout called here for the rookie. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the sophomores. Luka Doncic comes in for Mikhailuk. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the rookies. Trae Young comes in for Sexton. Alexander Walker with the ball. Defended by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker passes to Washington. And he drives in. And then Washington with the dunk.
Fluid, agile penetrator. For a guy his size, he's nimble-footed. And Washington does a good job around the rim.
And the sophomores with possession here. On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Morant. Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
We all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Morant's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop perfect from the floor. And Doncic, here we go. And that one is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Morant. He's got 16. Here's Alexander Walker. A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Morant looking around. Pass to Washington. Young outside, takes a 3. The shot misses. And it's SGA in the corner. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. SGA's got 4 this quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Okogie for 3, connects from three-point range. Okogie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Morant kicks to Young. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Timeout called the sophomore. Some changes for the sophomores. Hachimura comes in for Josh Okogie. And Barrett subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Zion Williamson's checked in for the rookies. Here's Alexander Walker. Hasn't made one yet. And that one's good. Hachimura.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
To the left wing. Fires the three. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And good that time.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
To the wing on the left. Here's Washington. Pass to Alexander Walker. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the sophomores. They're on a 17-7 run. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Here's Ware. Alexander Walker on the wing. Young against Doncic. Young's shot is off. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Wagner passes to Barrett. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Nailed from three-point land.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The three ball. Knocks down the three ball. Barrett's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Young fires away from outside. And that does it for the first half of play. Rookies lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Run line. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause.
And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. A night none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game. And that excitement comes out onto the court.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Rui Hachimura out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Doncic, and it's Clark in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the sophomore.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside. His shots just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here is Young. He's got 12. Again, Young missing.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room missing 3 straight like that.
Nice shot by SGA.
I really like the start here. Great aggressiveness, red hot to start this half.
And it's the rookies now. The rookies call timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Okay, guys, put your hands together for your sophomore dance.
Wagner's checked in for the sophomores. Here's Alexander Walker.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
For three, Barrett drills the three-pointer. Barrett's got 13 points.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Young from outside. It's hauled in by the sophomores.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage you put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Hachimura down low. Jackson on him. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 4 points now in the quarter. Morant against Doncic. And Morant throws it down.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Here's Hachimura. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Now the rookies with it. They trail by 1. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
It's good from long range.
Shooting in rhythm. Wagner practices these shots all the time.
And they double up Morant. Jackson kicks to Morant. There's the lob to Jackson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 6 now for the sophomores. Inside, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Jackson's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. Barrett, no good. Morant reaches to Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight. And the sophomores with possession here. For 3, Barrett hits it from three-point range. Barrett's got 19 points.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
And the rookies call time here. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on him.
The sophomore's making some changes. Okogi's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Gilgeous Alexander. And the rookie's also making a switch. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jackson against Wagner. High post, Jackson. 14 points for him.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
Barrett for three. Sinks the triple. Barrett's got 12 now in this quarter.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellent on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Down low, here's Okogie. And the layup is good. And it's an 8-point sophomore lead.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game so he makes his presence felt inside.
Rookies with the ball. Now, here is Young. He's got 12. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's Morant. He's got 18. The shot. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 14 points now in the second half.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka's going to cook you.
Mr. Williamson. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And that's it for the third quarter.